Good evening, guys. Am I audible? Is my screen visible? How is the assignment going, guys? Have you tried to complete it? I got very few assignments. So some of the guys have completed it already. Very good, guys. So keep trying, and it is very easy only. So you can just watch the previous session videos so you can get what is that, and then you can do it on your own. Okay? Clear? Okay, we'll start with today's class. Okay, and then remaining days, today is day 16, right? For the remaining 4 days, it will be from 7 to 8 p.m. actually. Okay, please cope up with that. Please make note of it. And then we'll start with today's session. Today is day 16 of this Python virtual internship. Okay, so today we are going to see another important library which is important in data science. Okay, and the library is nothing but numpy. Okay, we are going to see about numpy. Can we start the class? Okay, we'll start now with numpy. So what is numpy? Numpy is a Python library. Okay, it is similar to pandas or any other library. You have to use it. Okay, you want to install it with pip. And the numpy is a Python library which is used for working with arrays. There is some concept known as array, and it also has functions for working in domain area of linear algebra, Fourier transform and matrices. And what is the full form of this numpy? It stands for numerical Python. Okay, so numerical Python is numpy, so we are going to see about it and why we need numpy. Okay, but when you see about numpy, we are going to see something known as array. And you see this array is similar to a list. Okay, you can find it similar to a list. It is also a collection of items and it is also inside square bracket. Okay, so I got a question how libraries are created. You can create it and upload it in pip. So what is a library? It is a collection of package. Okay, you can get the collection of, you can do the collection of packages and you want to upload it in pip. You can convert it into a library. And package is a collection of module and module is a collection of functions. So you can go step by step. And regarding numpy, why numpy we need? In Python we already have some list. Okay, so for the purpose of array we already have list, but what is the key important point is they are slow in process. When you take Python list, it is similar to numpy array, but it is very slow. And numpy aims to provide an array object which is faster than traditional Python list. Okay, so arrays are very frequently used in data science where speed and resources are very important. So we are going to see about numpy. So regarding the project, I'll explain you in later sessions. I'll give you some ideas to how you can do it. Okay, it should be unique. We'll discuss about that in later class. Now we will focus on numpy. So we are telling, right? I am telling like Python list is slower and numpy array is faster. So how we can tell it? What is the key difference between both? So both are used to store collection of items, but they have a key difference. Okay, so numpy array are stored in one continuous place in memory. When you take your memory, computer memory, when you store it in numpy array, all the elements are stored in one continuous place in memory. But when you see about Python list, it is not stored in a continuous place. Okay, so if you take a list with 4 elements, each element will be there in different place. Okay, it will be there in different places. So what you have to do, if you store it in numpy array, it will be in same place. So when you try to access it, if it is in the same memory place, if it is continuous, okay, it can access very fastly. So when we talk about many like elements having 1000, okay, if it is having that much, when you go for list, it will go from one place to another, so it will be slow. But when you go for numpy array, it will be very faster. So that's why we prefer numpy array. Okay guys, so we'll start with numpy. So the installation part, pip install numpy. Okay, this is what you have to do for installing numpy. And to import numpy, we are giving some short name as np. So this is commonly given, and we are going to use with np dot what are the options available in numpy. We'll be seeing that in today's session. So as I told you earlier, numpy is for working with arrays. So numpy is used to work with arrays, and array object in numpy is called as nd array, which is n dimension array. So you can create many dimensions with that. We will see about that in later slide. We can create a numpy nd array object by using the array function. Okay. So using np.array, if you pass a sequence or a list, it will be converted into an array. So that's what the idea behind this one. So can you try it in collab? Can we start, guys? So let me start. I'll go into open my collab. First, let me import numpy as mp. You want to install it first, then only you can use it. Okay, I have imported numpy as np. So let me create in X. I'll create a list. Okay. So this is a Python list. So now I'm going to store it as a numpy array. So in the variable y, let me call np.array. And inside I can pass this x, so it can be converted into an array. I'll print y now. See here, I got this 1, 2, 3, 4, which is okay, which is a numpy array, and you can check it. I'll print the type of y. Okay, guys, it belongs to numpy nd array. I told right, it is n dimension array. It belongs to array, and we have created a numpy array. See here, if you store this one, it will be stored in different places in your memory. But when you store it as numpy array, it will be in the continuous place, so that when you try to access it, it will be very faster. That's what the key difference between Python list and numpy array. Now we will go into the dimensions of numpy array. What all available? We'll see that. So when you see about dimensions in the array, there are 0 dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, and multi-dimension also. So regarding 0 dimension, what is a 0 dimension array? So if you have only one element in that array, then it is going to be considered as 0 dimension array. Listen, guys, when you have only one element, it will be considered as a 0 dimension array. Regarding 1 dimension array is a collection of 0 dimension array. Clear, guys? 0 dimension is only one element, and 1 dimension is collection of 0 dimension, which means an array that has 0d as its element is called as unidimension. So its elements are 0 dimensions. Okay, guys, and these two we can know. And next thing, we are going to see one new thing, okay, for us. Next will be a 2-dimension array. So can you imagine a 2-dimension array? How will it look? So a 2-dimension array will look like this. Okay, so inside the square bracket, you will be having another thing opened, and you will be separated it with comma. So this is what a 2-dimension array is. And what is a 2D array? A 2D array is a collection of 1D array. Okay, so you can build upon that. So what is a 0-dimension array? It is like only one element present. What is a 1-dimension array? Many 0 dimension combined to form a 1-dimension array. What is a 2-dimension array? 1-dimension array combined to form a 2-dimension array, but it should be enclosed inside square bracket. Okay. When we go to 3D array, it is also similar, but what is the difference is, it is like collection of 2-dimension array. So it has 2-dimension array inside of it, and inside 2 dimension you will be having 1 dimension, and inside 1D array you will be having 0D elements. That's how the hierarchy goes. Okay, guys, we will create all these arrays now in collab. So this is a 0-dimension array. Okay, and when we go for 1-dimension array, we have done it here. This is a 1-dimension array because it is combination of 0D elements. Okay, it is stored here and it is converted into an array. This is a 1-dimension array. When we go for 2-dimension array, I'll show you how to create a 2-dimension array. np.array, and I'll pass. See here, inside of this I am going to create another 1D array. So it is like collection of that 1, 2, 3, 4, comma, this will be another 1D array. So it is a collection of multiple 1-dimension array. I'll print x, and you can see it is in the form of rows and columns. Yes, see here, you can see, right, it is a 1-dimension array, this is a 1-dimension array. When they combine, they are giving 2-dimension array. So this is a 2-dimension array. Now I am going to create a 3-dimension array. np.array, I'll pass. Okay, inside this, let me copy and paste this one. So this is a 2D array, right? So inside this I'll pass this, comma, another 2D array. Okay, I'll store it to, I'll change these values. Clear guys? This is a 3-dimension array. How it is? It is a combination of 2-dimension array. Okay. If it has 2-dimension array as its element, it is a 3D array. If it has 1-dimension as its element, then it is a 2D array. In that wise, you can imagine. Is it clear guys regarding 0 dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimension and 3 dimension? Can we move on to next one? I hope you can see here. This is a 2D array. This is another 2D array. You can have multiple 2D arrays as its element, then it is going to be considered as 3D. Can we move on guys? Next one. Can I get response in chat? So now we have created these arrays, right? Now I am going to tell you how to access these arrays. So whether it can be a 1-dimension one or 2-dimension or 3-dimension, how to access these elements. You can store it, but if you want to take that, how will you access it? Okay. And remember guys, how will you access a list or a sequence? We'll be accessing it with the index number, right? So in same way, here also we are going to access this with the help of 0-dimension array. Sorry, here also we are going to access with the help of index number. So that's how we are going to access this. So you know how to access a list or a 1D array. So 1D array is similar in the form of a list. So you can access it with index number. If you want this one, I can go with x of 0. So this will give this value. And if I go 1, it is going to give me the first index value. Right, sir? Right? I'll show you. It is similar. Here, I'll run this again. Okay, this one. So now y is a 1-dimension array. So if I want to take only 1, I'll print something which is present in the third index. So with the help of index number, in the third index, it is actually the value 4. So we are getting that. So this is how you can access a 1D array. It is similar to a list. Now comes the question, how will you access a 2-dimension array? How are you going to access a 2-dimension array? So that's how the question is. Here you want to mention, okay, if you try to, I'll go step by step. Let me take a 2-dimension array and show you practically itself. So this is a 2D array, right? I'll copy it. So now x is a 2-dimension array. Now I'll try to get the 0th index. I'll print x of 0. And you see here, I got the first, okay, 1D element, which is in the 0th index. I got this element. And if I go for 1, it is going to give me this 1-dimension array. Can you see the difference, guys? How is it going? So first you have to select. If you want to take some element, you want to decide it is present in which 1-dimension element, whether this one or this one. This one belongs to the 0th index and this one belongs to the first index. Once you decide, if I want this value 6, which is in this first index, then I can go with 1, okay, comma. Here I want to mention what is the index number inside of it. Now I went into this one and here the 6 is in the place first index. So if I go 1, comma 1, it is going to give me the value 6. Clear, guys? So if I want 8, it will be in the third index. So I can go with 1, comma 3. If I want this 4, okay, this value, it will be in the 0th one and in that third index. We got the value 4, right? Understood? Can we move on to next one? So next one will be a little bit tricky. That will be accessing a 3D array. So how are you going to access a 3D array? So it is simple. You can go in the hierarchical way. Okay. So you have to go in the way that what is a 3D array? It is a collection of 2D array, right? It is a collection of 2D array, right? So there will be many 2-dimension array, but you want to select which 2-dimension you are going to use. So if this is the entire thing, if I want to get the value of, see here, this value 6, if I want to take it, I want to go into this 2D or this 2D, this one, okay? So I went into this 2-dimension array by mentioning 0. So it will go into this. Now I got a 2D array. Here, this one or this 1D array. This 1D array which is in the first dimension, I'll mention 1 here, comma. Now I want the value 6 which is in the second index. So I'll go with 2. So 0, 1, 2 will actually go into this and take this 6. So that's how you can take these values. We will try to repeat this here. Let me copy the 3-dimension array. This, okay, now I want to select this 2-dimension or this 2-dimension. Let's go and get this 16, okay. So this is in the first index 2D, okay. So if I run this, I'll be getting this one. Now I want 16, which is in another one. If I go into this one, it is going to give me this 1-dimension array, and here it is in the 3rd index. So if I go with 3, it is going to give me that one. Clear, guys? How I am accessing it? So next one will be array slicing. So it is in a similar format. You know how to access with the index, so you can actually slice it. When it is a 1-dimension array, you can slice it like you are doing with a list. Okay, 2:5 will actually get from 2 until 4, one step behind, remember? So in that sense, this will be sliced. It's already, you know that. And regarding slicing a 2D array, how will you do? That's what the question is. So before that, I'll show you how to slice a 1D array again. Go and get this 1-dimension array. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now I'm going to slice it. Okay, let me create a lengthy list, and then I'll convert it to a lengthy numpy array. So I'm going to slice. Okay, I'll print in y. I'll get from 3rd index till end. Okay, this is what the till end, right? If I leave it empty, it is going to give from 3rd index till end. We got it, right? This is the 3rd index till end. We got it. Okay. So now comes the question, how will you slice a 2D array? You know how to access a 2D array, right? With index number. So you can apply that same here. So what I am doing here, 0, 0 is to 3. So if you want to get something in this one, so if I go with 0, 0 is to 3, 0 means the first, this one, okay? This 1-dimension, and in that, from 0th index till 3rd index, I am getting it. Okay, till 2nd it will give. From 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, I should get. We'll try this. This is a 2D array. Okay. I'll print in x in 0th, comma, I want to get a range, okay, from first index till the end. I'll pass 1 is to the end, 2, 3, 4, right? In this one, so if I pass 1 here, it is going to give me in this from 6, 7, 8. From first index till end, I am getting in 2D array. Okay, this is the way you can actually go into and take it. And there is another method also. If you want to take commonly between both, which means, okay, you can go like this. If you want to take only the 4th index from both of it, how will you slice it? 0 is to 2, which means what will happen? 0 will be the 0th index. If you mention 2 here, it will be till first one, right? So you are having 2, 0 and 1 will take, and in that only 4th element will be printed. Zero is to 2. So this is going to give you both of these things, and in that I'll get the first index alone. So which means here from 2 we got it, and here the 6 we got it. Clear? And similarly you can access a range also. Here you can go with 1 is to the end. You can, if you get it, or from 2 we'll get till end. Okay, in both it will do the same operation. It is 3, 4 and 7, 8. 3, 4 from here because it is from 2nd index till end. Okay, here also it did the same. So how will you get the shape of an array? If you want that, you can go with dot shape. It is going to give you the shape of it. So here I'll go and check print x dot shape. It is 2, 4. What is the meaning? Can you understand, guys? It is in the form 2 row 4 column in that way. Okay. I'll run this. I'll run this also. Here I'll go with dot shape 9, comma. Okay. So only 9 elements present there. You can go and check with 3 dimension also. clear 2 comma 2 comma 4. So I'll print z also so that you can see how it is defined. 2 comma 2 comma 4. So this 3D is splitted into two dimension, and each 2 dimension is splitted into two 1 dimension, and in that 1 dimension there are 4 elements. That's how this is shaped. Okay, that's how you can understand the shape of it. So from today onwards the class will be from 7 to 8. Okay, please cope up with that. And now we'll go into reshaping, how to do a reshape. Okay, see here np.array, and I'm having a 1 dimension array. So I'll tell you how to convert this into a 2D array. So you want to pass, okay, what is the shape of the 2D you want to convert. So here totally there are 10 elements is there, so I'm going to split it in the way 5 comma 2. Okay, so it will be splitted into two dimension with 5 elements inside of it. Okay, can we try it? You can go and use the option dot reshape to actually do it. Let me get a 1 dimension array. So we'll take this. And let me have 10 elements there. So it should be possible to split equally, then only it will happen, the reshaping. Again in y equal to np dot array. I'll pass x here. Print y first. So this is a 1D array, so I'm going to use the reshape option. Okay, see here it is splitted. So this is how you can reshape it. Okay, you can pass 2 comma 5 also. It is going to give that output based on the shape you require. You can transform it. So next I'll tell you how to convert a 1D array into a 3-dimension array. So you need to give how it should be splitted. Okay, how many 2D, in that how many 1D, in that how many element. Okay, here there are totally 12 elements. So I'm going to split this, okay, into two dimension, and in that there will be 3 1 dimension, and in that there will be 2 elements inside. So totally it will be 12. So that's how you can do it. I'll pass 11 and 12. I'll reshape into a 3D one. See here it is splitted into two dimension, and in that 3 1 dimension, and in that two elements each. Okay, so next I'll tell you convert any array into 1 dimension. So if you are having any number of, like whether it will be a 3D array or 2D array or whatever may be, if you want to convert it into a 1 dimension array, you can go and do this -1. Okay, it is going to reshape everything into 1 dimension array. So here I think we are having a 3D array, right? Now z is a 3D array. You can find it, right? You can go and check the shape of it. Z dot shape. So it is a 3D array which we have setted. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reshape it back into a 1D array. O is equal to z dot reshape. So how can we do it? Anything into 1 dimension array you can pass -1, and now I'll print O. It is back into 1 dimension array. Okay, you can pass any 2D or 3D, it will be back into a 1 dimension array. So that's how you can check the shape and reshape based on your requirement. So all these things, where will you use it? Okay, how will you use it, or where will you use it? This comes into play when you are dealing with data set in machine learning and data science. Okay, so I'll tell you a simple example, but if you guys are familiar with machine learning projects, you will know this. Otherwise I'll tell you, when you are doing machine learning, you will mainly use pandas to pre-process the data, and there is a part in machine learning which we will see that later. It will be the training and testing part. So for the machine, okay, if we are having 1000 rows, we will be giving some 700 rows with answer for the machine to learn. And once it learned, okay, which means the training part is complete, we will be giving the remaining 300 rows for the machine to test. So we won't be giving the answers. The machine will give the answer. That's what the machine learning is. So once it gives the answer, we will be comparing it with the original answer we have. So based on it, we will be giving some score for it. So this will be a machine learning part. Once if it is success, you can store that model and use it for further prediction. So in that case, you will be passing only one row. But if you pass that directly, you will be getting error. You cannot directly give it. So in that case, numpy will come into play. So you want to use numpy. Okay, you want to use numpy to reshape the data and then pass it as only one row. So in many cases like this, numpy will be very useful. Okay, clear guys? So next we'll go into how to concatenate arrays. If I'm having two one-dimensional array, you can go with np.concatenate. So this is going to add both of those. Okay, let me create two 1D arrays, np.array. Okay, you see both of them got concatenated together. So this is how you can combine two 1D arrays. This is what the join array is. And there are other options also. You can go and like stack them, which is stacking. In that sense, you can access, you can set the axis. Okay, it can be 0 or 1. So if it is 0 axis, it will be in this order, and if it is 1 axis, it is going to be in this order. So we'll try to do this thing here. So I'm going to pass axis is equal to 0. So we'll see the result. And see here, if it is axis is equal to 0, it will be same as that one. Okay, it is going to add it in the row wise. It is near to that. It's default, and you can give axis as 0 also. If you go with 1, you can see the difference. Okay, you can do it in a 2D array. I'll first do it, concatenate it without this. Okay. So this is how, when you use the concatenate option, it is going to add it to two-dimensional array, and I'll go with axis equal to 0. Okay, it is the same, but if you mention axis as 1, it is going to combine in different order. See here, it is going to combine both of the 2D array into a single. Okay, this is how we can use the axis to do this performance. Okay, and there are other options also other than this concat. And regarding array split, so how will you split that array? Okay, if you want to split the array, you can go with np.arraySplit, and you want to pass how many you are going to split. Okay, I want to split this into 4, then I can pass this 4 here. Array underscore split. Okay, you want to pass which you are going to split, which is x. Okay, and I'll mention how many I'm going to split it into 5. I'll print y. See here, it is splitted into different arrays. The first array has 1, 2, and then it is splitted. Okay, remaining things. Clear guys? You can split this into 6 also. So it will try to accommodate, fit, and then give you the result. See here, the first array got 2 elements, 2 elements, 2 elements, and then here also 2. The remaining 2, okay, they are having only 1 element each. So here totally we are having 10, and we are trying to split it into 6. So it will try to accommodate the most and then give you the result. Okay, so how will you split a 2D array? You can do the same for a 2D array also. Let me store 1, 2, 3, 4. See here, you can split the 2D array also in that same manner. It is going to split that. Okay. If you want to split along axis, you can mention the axis also. If you mention axis equal to 1, it is going to split in that axis. See here, it tried to split along the axis. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. in one array and then the remaining 2, 4, 6 are in another array, and it tried to accommodate and then it left an empty array also. Okay, you are trying to split this into 6. I'll pass 3. It is 1 left. Okay, so here 6, here 6, totally this will be empty array. And now we are going to see another important things, which will be numpy zeros. Starting with hereafter we'll be seeing some important tasks. So I'll tell you where this numpy zeros will use. Okay, there is one library which I told you in the introduction class, which is OpenCV, which is for image processing. So few of you guys have done some projects on image processing OpenCV. So when you go into that, it is for image tasks. Okay, if you want to take the image and do processing, you can do that. And in that case, if you want to create any black image, you can go with zeros. Okay, they will be creating with the help of np.zeros. So when you pass some shape here, it is going to create, okay, in that shape it will create only zeros, okay, in this shape. And you want to mention the data type. If it is integer, you want to go with I. Okay, I'll create np.zeros. Anyone knows about this one? What the zeros? Why we are using in OpenCV? Any idea? I'll go with np.zeros. I can pass the shape. If I pass 4, 4 or 4, 5, okay, I want to mention the data type also. So in this data type, if you want image, you can take that. Okay, so if it is 0 everywhere, what will be the color of that image? Anyone know, guys? And if it is 1 everywhere, what will be the color? See here, in the shape 4, 5, I got zeros alone everywhere. So similarly, there is option, whatever shape you are passing, you will get it. And similarly, there is option np.1, it is going to give you 1 in all the places. So this will be also used for creating white images. Yes, correct, it is black when you use for 0. Okay, so this is zeros, I'll go with ones. Yes, so in many places when you find contour and if you want to draw it, what they will do in OpenCV, if you are familiar with that, you can know, they will create, okay, whatever the shape they need, they will pass it, and they will create using numpy, they will create a black image, and in that black image they will show the output or draw over it and use it for further manipulation. So in that case, the zeros and ones are useful. Okay, here you got 1. And in some cases, if you want some other number in place of 0 or 1, then you can go with np.full. And if you have to pass what is the shape and what number you want to store. If you pass 7 or any number, it is going to fill that in that place, which is the np.full. So first you have to pass the shape. I'll pass 3, 2, and the number, let me give 5. Okay, so in this shape we got 5 everywhere. This is how this thing np zeros, ones and full will work. So in numpy we have range. Okay, this is numpy range. So you can go with a range in numpy. So it will be an array in range. Okay, you can get it. If you pass 2, 10, we'll try and get what we are getting. np.a range 2, 5. I'll print x. We'll see what it is happening. Okay, it is 2, 3, 4 and we don't have 5. So we know, right, when you go for range, it is going to one step before in the end. So if you pass this, you are going to get this one. And you can actually pass a step also, which means if you pass 3, it is going to be 2 and then 5, then 8, and you cannot go with 11 because it ended. So it is going to terminate there. You can pass 2 here. It is going to give you in 2 step 2, 4, 6, 8, and it cannot give 10 because it is still 9. Clear, guys? Regarding the a range, it is going to give an numpy array in that range. So next we will see about some mathematical manipulation with this array. So how can you add to numpy array, how to subtract it, how to multiply, how to do division. You can use these options, dot add, dot subtract, dot multiply and dot divide. Okay, I'll create these 2 arrays and I'll pass it here. print wait guys, you will get attendance link later on. The class is still going on, right? So please listen to the class. Okay, so how it has done when I use add method. Okay, between these two, it has added 1 plus 5, we got 6 here, 2 plus 6, we got 8 here, 3 plus 7, 10, and 4 plus 8, 12. This is the result of that. Okay, when you go with subtraction, it did the same one. Multiplication also, it did the same in this order. Okay, see here, division also the same one. So this is how you can do these tasks if you are going to manipulate with two numpy arrays. Okay, and see here I am having a 2-dimensional array and I am going to sum this and take a mean of it. Okay, these two options I am going to perform. Let us see how to do it. Okay, I am having a 2-dimensional array here, but what I am going to do, I am going to pass it here and take the sum of it and mean value of it, but I am going to do in this two axis, either it can be a 1 or 0. So we will try to repeat this. Do we have a 2D array here? Yes, it's here, right? It's 2D. Let me copy it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the sum of it. Since it is a 2D array, I'll print np.sum. So here I'm going to pass x, and first we will give axis as 0, and I'll do the same with axis as 1. So once we complete the sum, we'll go into mean value. Okay, and see here, can you understand how this axis 0 works and how this axis 1 works? Can you find it? We got the sum here. So this 1 plus 5 is 6, 2 plus 6 is 8. So in that order, when it is axis 0, it is trying to add those. When you go for axis as 1, what it has done is, we got 10 and 26. So 10 is the outcome of this one. Okay, when you sum all these things, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3, 3, 6, and then 10 with 4 here. So when you go here, you can get totally 26. So if you mention axis as 1, it is going to go in this order, and if you go for axis as 0, it is going to sum with this, okay, based on the index. You can also go for mean value. If you go for mean, it is going to do the same. Mean is like taking average, right? You can go for 0 and 1. Okay, if you go for 0, it's going to add both and divide by 2. Okay, and when you go for 1, it is trying to add all these things and take divided by 4. So it is 2.5 and 6.5 with axis 0 and 1. Okay guys, so finally there is an option for random also here. Okay, in numpy you can use random. So you can go for np.random. You can pass the shape, you will get that result. Okay, you can get the random integer also. So random will be what it will do. If you call the random, it is going to give you decimal points, and if it go for integer, you have to pass what is the limit. So if you want from 10 between 100, what is the shape if you give, you will be get that random number. And there is for line space also. If I go for 10, 30, 5, it will split equally and give you 5 results. We'll try to repeat this here. Random 3, 5. I'll print into this shape. Okay, so we know, right? So when you go for random, it is going to give you in this order only. It is decimal points. Okay, float numbers. And if you want integer, then you have to mention what is the range. This is same with the random. So I'll create okay, so here I want to mention what is the number range. I'll pass it from 100 to 200, comma, I want to pass the shape. Here I'll pass 4, 4. I'll print y. Okay, we got between 100 and 200 random numbers in this shape 4, 4. Okay. and there is option for line space. I'll use it, np.linespace. I'll print z. So this is how it will give an array equally splitted, okay, between this with 5 gaps. So that's how this numpy works. It will all do the mathematical operation. And why it is faster? Remember guys, when you compare with the list, it is same, but you can have the options of 0, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. And when you go for numpy array, it is stored in same place in the memory, okay, it is continuous in the memory. So if you have 10 elements, it will be near one by one in the continuous place. But if you go for list, it will be in random places, different places in the memory, so it will be difficult for us to access. It will take time, and this will be faster. So that's what the key difference between numpy and list. So that's it guys about numpy. So tomorrow we are going to see another thing, which will be the libraries which is used for visualization. Okay, yesterday we have seen about working with dataset which is using pandas, and regarding the arrays and their operations we have seen numpy, and tomorrow we'll be seeing how to visualize the data. Okay, it is a combination with pandas. Okay, you want to read the data with pandas, and we'll use two libraries tomorrow. One is matplotlib, another one is seaborn. Okay, regarding the project, please wait. It is like you'll be having 10 days to submit it. Okay, once this 20-day class is completed, I'll explain it in later session, and please make sure you complete the assignment first. Okay, yes, tomorrow we'll be seeing matplotlib and seaborn. And once we complete that, tomorrow will be day 17, right? In the remaining 3 days, we'll try to focus on machine learning part, okay? So that's how our focus will be. We'll be using scikit-learn and try to do the machine learning part, okay? So if you are having any issue with posting the assignment, you can do one thing: convert your photos or your code into like document format. Either it can be PDF or Word document, and try to attach it. It will be fine. It is fine for many people. Okay, try to upload it. It will be fine. You won't be getting any error. Any other doubt, guys, till now regarding the assignment? Please make sure you are completing it. It is very simple. In yesterday's class I told you what all the pandas things you are going to use for that. Only you have to do, you have to map it with the voice command. Okay, and if you are interested, you can give voice for that also. So the output can be like, when you ask for what are the column names, you can go use for loop and ask it to show one by one. Okay, I'm not planning to take Flask here, so it is little bit complicated because you want to know HTML better. Flask is very easy actually. It is like you can cover it in one day. I'll try to make it because we are going towards machine learning. So I'll try, if I can, I'll take Flask. Okay, Flask is for web app creation. If there are issue with Google Colab, when you try to use your voice, okay, then you can go and work with Python IDE. You can install it and use it. Okay. Yes, I got few assignments with voice. Very good. The data science class starting soon in this, by the end of this month. They will update you with the date. Okay. You cannot use Python for front end development. Okay, so Python is for backend, and there is a framework. You have to use framework for connecting the front end and back end. Front end will be HTML, CSS, or if you are advanced, if you know, you can go with JavaScript. Okay, but you cannot use Python for front end. You can use it for back end, and you can also use it. Okay, there are frameworks like Django and Flask, which is used for connecting both the front end and back end and do the process. Okay, it's an interesting field. You can actually, like with Flask, okay, it is easy to create a fully scalable application. Okay, so you can even integrate it with database. You can give user authentication, ask the user to register and then check their credentials and allow them to use the process. Okay, like web app, there are even applications like connecting the machine learning with Tkinter is, it's not Tinter, it's Tkinter. It is for creating applications. Okay, it is your OS applications. You can create apps, desktop application with that.